Hey guys, this is just a quick guide on how to take down plague hearts with heavy weapons in nightmare mode. So I'll be showing you my setup, and honestly you won't be using that many resources. If anything, you will only be needing a few snacks and a way of healing. I do recommend to bring some fuel bombs in case things get nasty, but honestly, with the heavy weapon, you can really handle nasty situations. And the pipe bombs are just in case you get a horde of juggernauts, because they can be a hassle, especially with a bunch of zombies roaming around. You might notice that my character doesn't get infected that easily, and I'll show you quickly why that is. Her hero ability gives her 100 points of infection resistance, and she also has one of the passive ones in her traits. And lastly, I gave her the hygiene skill since she came without one. So before we get into fighting, I recommend to have a gym at your house or even a kitchen to get some stamina boost. There's even some mods you can apply to some of your facilities and they can give you a little bit more stamina. So one of the most important things is to administer your stamina, since these heavy weapons take a toll on it, and keeping an eye on it really just helps to not be in a situation where you would need to have a snack. So once these barrels come in, you really need to have precise shooting, either that or just figure out a different way to take them down. You really don't need to slash every single time you are allowed to. You can just wait a little bit until more gather and then slash. This way your stamina can recover. With enough stamina, you really don't need any consumables that replenish it, and that's why you bring the snacks, just in case you do need it.
You can really swing this thing.
And if you ever run out of stamina, what you can do is walk around in circles, or like I did, walk around a door or a column or anything that you have in the way. This way, whenever they charge at you, they usually just charge straight ahead and they would just run to the ground and miss you. And it just helps you avoid getting bitten. Another thing to note is that whenever you are hitting them with the weapon, you want to start executing as much as you can, since the animation has an area of effect and it knocks down quite a bit of zombies. And if you have a bladed heavy weapon, it will actually start cutting down more zombies quite quickly. One of the moves I would recommend leaving out is dodging and hitting, since it doesn't really do an area hit and it's quite slow with heavy weapons, which can lead to getting hit or even bitten. I don't recommend bringing a follower, since they can get infected quite quickly unless they have high resistance. In that case, then they would definitely be good. I would just watch out that they don't get ambushed, but they can actually be quite useful, especially in taking down the barrels if you have trouble with them. Whenever you run into trouble inside of a building, I really recommend leaving it, since these weapons are only good in open areas. I mean, you can handle one or two, but as soon as they get behind you, you really just need to get some space. And it's especially good being outside, since you can just gather them into a ball and then just start slashing. And you really don't need a very high caliber gun. I mean, I do recommend sharpshooting, or if you don't have sharpshooting, gunslinger is actually your next best thing, but it's not gonna lock on always to the barrel, and it just uses up stamina, which is something you don't want to use when using these heavy weapons. So, as you can tell, taking down these plague hearts isn't really that difficult. And once you get used to these weapons, it actually becomes quite fun. So I guess this is it for this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe because I will be making more videos on State of Decay 2. And if there's any guide that I can possibly help you with, make sure to let me know in the comments and I'll start working on it. Alright, so thanks and have a good one.